episode 42, part 1 of Kenya's premier sports video podcast, the 3/4 podcast. We'd like to remind you to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in Japan in 2019. And as we are all about supporting sports and sports travel, we've partnered with More on Sports Travel to give you this brilliant offer for the Dubai Sevens, which is on the 1st and 2nd of December. So for only $999 US, you get to enjoy the full Dubai experience over and above the rugby, which includes your desert safaris, your nighttime barbecues, and your Dhow cruise. This and much more coming up on your screen.
This is Ngashi, official noisemaker.
I'm Jerry Goose, Kenyana.
So we'll start off with the Sepetuka Sevens tournament, which was this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday at Eldoret Sports Club. Before we even get to, who won and all of that, I think just to mention, well done to Homeboyz. I mean, that was a very well organized tournament.
Yep.
So now back to who won. It was won by Cabras. They beat Impala in the finals 26-7.
Yeah, it was a very good tournament. The level of rugby, as expected, has been improving over the legs. Of course, this was the 4th leg out of 6 in the national 7 circuit. It's good to see the big stars there: Andrew Amonde, KCB, Samuel H. Impala, Derek Maya, Eden Aguero, Frank Wanyama Queens. It was good to see some of the big stars who represent Kenya at 7th level playing at the Eldoret Sports Club at the Sepetuka Sevens. That is good rugby. Oilers again registering a win against Sportpesa Kenya Harlequins.
It's becoming a routine now.
It's becoming a routine. Kenya Harlequins have not beaten Menengai Oilers the number of times they have met this year. We're talking about in the sevens and as well as the Great Rift side. Also, Nondis lost to Mean Machine. Social club. They're now been relegated to Division 2 at the Christie Sevens. Of course, if they get an invitation, I don't know whether that's going to happen. But it's quite sad to see Nondis there. From an organizational perspective, it was a very good job. Kudos to Homeboyz. They did a good job in the setup and the corporate sponsorship, which you saw was very... they were displayed everywhere, so you could see the corporates that got involved. The social aspect was very good. I remember in the evening on Saturday when we were there, Homeboyz were launching their frequency in Eldoret that weekend. Therefore, all this was streaming live. They had their top DJs there. So even from a social angle, it was very good. However, Homeboyz spent so much time on the setup. They spent so much time on the aesthetics, they forgot to market the thing. Because I'll be honest with you, the turnout was not as I would have expected. And forget about, I understand, yes, you're taking rugby to a new market. What did you do there, number one, to market rugby? Number two, Jumbo Jet were the sponsors, were part sponsors of the Sepetuka Sevens. How many people from Nairobi knew that it was about 7,000 shillings return ticket to Eldoret, the Nairobi crowd? Because I know many people did not go because they were thinking about the drive. Goodness, 350 kilometers driving, I'm not going to go. But a return ticket is 7,000 shillings. So they failed on that point, but in all the other aspects, it was very good. They ran a good tournament. It's just that we did not have the numbers.
Yeah. One thing to note though is, the fact that they don't have stands, they had extra stands there, and they put up tents for all the teams. Mm-hmm. How you treat the teams is really important in tournaments like this.
It is really important, and you got the feeling that the players, despite the fact that the grounds are quite hard, we couldn't see it until we got to the grounds to do the interview, but you get the feeling that the players were quite happy with what was happening in Eldoret. All right. Standings after Sepetuka Sevens,
we've got Homeboyz in the lead, followed by Cabras, Impala, Oilers and Nakuru. And for the last three, we've got MKU Thika, Makueni and Catholic University.
And Nondis is in there?
No, Nondis is actually 11th. They're not
11th out of...
They're trying.
They're trying. Let's leave it at that. They're trying, yes.
There's no trying there.
All right, so it's a table as you'd expect.
Yeah, after 4 rounds. First, I'd like to say that I said it last week that there was going to be a new winner this time round, and it's turned out that Cabras have won. So it opens up the circuit because you've had 4 different winners. I think the space between Homeboyz, Cabras and Impala is like a point each. So it's leaving things a bit live for the last two legs, i.e. Christies and Dollar Sevens, and it's going to make things very interesting when we get to the penultimate stages of the national seven circuit. Sorry.
Yeah, I think top 5 is very tricky. One that I didn't expect is KCB being 6th, so they're just shy of
top 5.
Yeah, Oilers are definitely doing well there.
Yeah.
So KCB are no longer your big guns.
Yeah.
The kind of
At least yours is KCB. Mine is Queens, but I'm shocked. These guys are the runners-up last year. Came in second to Homeboyz. Where they are, I don't know. But now, as Nash predicted, rightfully so, last week a different winner. Hopefully, Christie's Queens' tournament, maybe they can win it and jump.
Maybe. I mean, playing at home, Queens are...
They'll need to do a lot, to be honest. From what I've watched, okay, fine, you can excuse them for the first 3 legs, or the first 2 legs, i.e. Driftwood and Kabeberi Sevens, because they didn't have their big guns there. But even when the big guns came back on board from Kabeberi and Sepetuka Sevens, you still were seeing uncharacteristic errors by Kenya Harlequins. So I'll be honest, based on what has happened in the last 4 legs, I don't expect to see much from them come Christies. But as you keep on saying, it's sevens. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Only one way to
Maybe
know.
even Nondis will win.
Yeah.
That's pushing it a little.
Maybe the drinks challenge at the bar. But anyway, we'll wait and see how that goes.
All right, then on to the team of the tournament. We've got Anduvati from Oilers, Odundo from Western Bulls, Dan Scooter from Cabras, Samson Onsumu from Impala, Brian Tanga from Cabras, Jeffrey Oluoch, from Homeboyz, and Motari from Impala. Totally different set of players from last weekend, but we have seen maybe 1 or 2 of them before.
Anduvati has been there. He was there at Kabeberi.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of someone else who's been there.
Trying to
Tanga, I think, was there.
I feel like Motari was there.
Yes, Motari was also there, yes. But look, they are very... I'd like to actually sit down with these guys who choose this squad and listen to the debates, because there are very many guys who are on top.
Yes.
These Sepetuka Sevens. So I'd actually like to listen to the reasons and them validate the reasons why they chose this starting 7. But
Or perhaps consulted.
I am not saying they did play. They did play, but I'm just thinking maybe there are a few guys who should have snuck in there. But look, everyone has an opinion. Yeah.
Very true. And I mean, in sevens, you've got such a large pool of players in the sense that you'll always have people shining, and there'll always be someone you think has played better than someone else. So well done to these guys.
True. That's true.
All right, so next weekend the 7th circuit takes a break. It reverts back to what it was before, so break, and then Christies, and then Dala on the 21st and 22nd of October. What would you expect to see from Christies?
What I'd like to see from Christie's, from the organizational bit, maybe the different partners. This is the second tournament you're having at very few grounds. I'd like to see maybe if they can come up with some shade on the Russia side. It would be really good for the fans, because that's 2 full days of rugby. Don't want to be sitting in the sun, blaring sun. Rugby-wise, I'd like to see a different winner for this for the Christie's leg, and so that I can see the table opening up further. Yeah.
What about you, Narwa?
I was talking to somebody who's on the planning committee for Dollar Sevens, and I told them that Sepetuka have set a bar that's a bit too high, and I don't expect Dollar to match them, but Queens might have a chance to match them because of the corporate partners. So also, this was supposed to be a dress rehearsals for sevens in terms of seeing the stadium. I don't think we're going to see it, but I'd expect some bit more in terms of organization from Queens as compared to the others, save for Homeboyz Sepetuka. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's good that we have a break. Those of us who've been traveling, finally get to rest, and then we can go on to Christie's. Remember, you can like our page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Timmy Duffield.
This is Ngashi, official noisemaker.
Jeringus Kenyana.
Stay tuned for part 2.
You're good to go. Anakoja godi na unakiingia. Brother man.